Okay, so another digital tool that I found that I thought would be really useful is this tool called Gimkit. The cool thing about this tool is it was created by a high school student who thrived in this type of a learning environment. So it does have a free download. And once you log in, you get your free login, you can create your own kits, which are just groups of questions, just like Kahoot, or you can search questions that are already here. So I think most of us are probably familiar with Kahoot. It's very similar. You may search a kit. Let's say we're working on rounding. So then here we'll have some options for different sets of questions involving rounding. So let's say I choose this one. You might want to start playing. So we'll click play live. You can also assign practice and do it in different ways, just like you can with Kahoot. But here we have a game called Snowball. Let's just play that. There's all these different games that you can choose from, which is pretty engaging and fun for the students. So once you choose a game, you'll click continue. You can choose the duration and all the different things that, just like you can with those other games that we have seen before. But we'll click continue. And here we have our kind of like our setup for our game. Just like Kahoot, you have a game code. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to go to Gimkit off on the side. Join. And once I get there, this is where I enter the game code. You'll click join, just as like the students would. So we're going to pretend I'm a student. And when we get into the game, it will look kind of like this. So you have to answer questions to earn snowballs. And then as you answer questions and earn snowballs, you can actually have a snowball fight. So it's pretty engaging for the kids. Let's just answer a question to kind of practice and see what that would be like. So I'm going to click answer questions. Actually, I got to start the game first. So as a teacher, I would then have to click start game once all the students have arrived. And here I am. This is where I click answer questions. This is where I round to the nearest 10. So I know the number in the tens place is the 5. So it would be 350. So there's my answer. I earned 7 snowballs. So I could continue and answer more questions, or I could close and I could start with my snowball fight. So here I can kind of adjust from here, and when other students are a part of the game, then you can be shooting your snowballs at those students. So I just feel like this is a really fun and engaging way to answer review questions. Let me turn off this game and go back to my host screen. And let's talk about the rest of these questions. So again, I use Kahoot all the time, but I selected this tool because I think it's more engaging and more fun. There's a bunch of different options and games, and it was created by a student, which I think is pretty cool. The underlying purpose for using this tool will be reviewing concepts that have already been taught, because I really like to use games and activities like this as a review. And I could create my own kits, or I could find ones that have already been created for me. My intended audience would be the students, and then the ISTE standards that apply would be 3.2.E, which is sharing the lessons learned, the best practices, challenges, and the impact of learning with technology with other education leaders who want to learn from this work, and 3.3.D, which is supporting educators in using technology to advance learning that meets the diverse needs, cultural and social emotional needs of individual students. So check out Gimkit. It's really fun, and I hope that you guys like it as much as I do.